let me teach Christianity to Christians. Let me teach Christian behavior to Christians. Christians, ladies and gentlemen, let me teach you how Jesus behaved. And this is why Christians need to be a bit more Christian. I'm not saying all Christians, of course. Do let me clarify. Do let me clarify. I'm talking about these evangelists, international evangelists, who fail to condemn evil language used by their brethren. Okay?
There is no such thing as evil language.
So are you still filming?
So, Adnan.
No, can you not? Can you not? No.
It's just using it as a
No.
Adnan.
This is Peter's corner.
Any minute now.
You just stopped filming.
I respected you, but then lots of other people started filming, and you didn't say anything to them.
No, there's only 3 here.
I want to know.
He's filming on his phone.
Adnan, who is this prince and what did he say?
I just told you, I do not want you to film.
Why me? Because other people.
Because I don't know you.
Because you don't know me.
I don't know you. I don't know where you're going to put the footage.
Okay, good. Then please. Then I'm happy to discuss with you.
Yeah, can you discuss it with me and then film? So can you wait until we discuss it? Okay. So now, I find it very disturbing that Christians like yourselves find it so difficult to condemn unpleasant, unchristian behavior. Is this Christian behavior? Calling. Okay, you answer my question.
Okay.
Is it Christian behavior calling a chaste woman whore? Is that Christian behavior? Because it's a Muslim woman who calls in and she gets called whore.
All right. Did she say anything crude within that conversation?
So if she says anything crude, she deserves to be called a whore.
To learn. Not at all.
I find this very disturbing. I find this very disturbing. I find this behavior very, very disturbing.
Someone of your debating skill. It's
What
embarrassing.
did the prince say? I just came and didn't know what the conversation
Go and watch his videos. You will find plenty of evil and plenty of repulsive behavior.
Did he call anybody a whore?
Yes, a Muslim woman who called in. And he called, generally, he said them, they.
You need to know the context as well, by the way.
Context? What is the context?
You just told me.
Can someone find the video and play it?
Context.
Can someone find the video for me?
If I
The
find,
flip version, please.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the context?
I don't know, I'm asking you. You're the
Okay.
one who's coming out.
let me say,
Okay, I am asking a question. If he called Muslim women that in general, is that Christian behavior?
you ask me, I will answer.
No, let me ask him first and then I'll come to you. Is that Christian?
If he uses a raw statement saying, are Muslim women whores to say, is that the right word you want to use? Whores. No, I disagree with that.
You disagree with that? Do you condemn that behavior?
It's not for me to condemn him. He should really.
Do you condemn that behavior?
I would disagree with it. I was not saying it's not right.
Do you condemn?
No, don't.
He is called Christian Prince. He is called Christian Prince. It's like an imam, let's say an imam from the mosque. Although he doesn't deserve to be called he's neither Christian nor a prince. I made it very clear. I don't believe he's Christian and I don't believe he's a prince. He calls himself a Christian. He uses your name. He uses your religion to peddle hate, to make money out of you people.
No. How does he peddle hate?
Freedom of expression, isn't it? He doesn't call people up and harangue them.
Are you listening, everyone?
Adnan,
It's
yes.
freedom of expression.
Everybody is welcome to call him, especially Muslims. He doesn't, as far as I know, unsolicitedly phone up other people.
I'm losing respect for you.
Why?
I'm losing respect for you, seriously.
Fine, Adnan.
I'm finding it very difficult to respect you anymore.
My position is that I don't know enough
No,
about
I
it,
don't
and
I don't know
haven't
what
heard
happened
it.
to decency of
But
evangelists.
you're asking me questions that are already loaded.
I don't know what happened to the decency of evangelists. I don't know where's the humanity gone from the evangelists.
Who's an evangelist?
So, some
This is
people
separate. Maybe you have
people
a
who
different
evangelize by lying and by cheating and by deceiving.
But no, it's quite
They're saying
fascinating
Muslim
that your
evangelists.
definition of hate preachers now seems to be Bob the
We don't
Builder,
call ourselves evangelists.
GCCI, and basically anybody who can challenge Islam to do well. So Jay Smith is a hate preacher apparently. Bob the Builder is a hate preacher apparently.
Why are we talking about them? If you want to talk to...
Because they all sound Islam very
Okay,
effectively.
okay,
Therefore, they become defined as hate preachers.
we can talk about individuals one by one if you so wish. We can do that. My concern is one specific individual.
Yes.
If you don't believe me, there is a channel called Farid Responds or Farid's Responses. I want you to go and watch these videos where one of the Muslims, he has been responding to this individual called Christian Prince, who is unknown, hidden, doesn't show his face. He's a coward somewhere sitting in the middle of nowhere. We don't know where he is, right? And he has been challenged to an open debate by Farid. Come, we will debate you. You can wear your mask. You don't have to show your face. Okay, and in solidarity with you, we will also wear a mask to hide our faces, so that you can have the opportunity to have a public debate openly. But this person is refusing continuously to have an open, moderated debate. He wants to debate. He wants to debate from behind a screen. Of course.
The reason why I come here, I'm a Christian.
Sorry.
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
And you were saying that evangelism, we evangelize.
Maybe you don't know what we were talking about.
No, listen to me.
Maybe you don't know.
We speak the gospel. You come here. You come here. Muslims come here.
Do you know what we were talking about?
No, listen to me. You come here.
Simple question. Do you know what we were talking about? Whose camera is this? Are you still filming?
I'm filming in this direction, and I've now come to the...
Okay, where is this footage going? On what channel?
It's going to go to Jesus Reigns. I'm just starting it.
Okay.
I haven't actually put anything up yet.
Okay, so don't record me until I know you, until I've spoken with you.
But I'm ready now to introduce myself.
No. Let me finish with this.
And
Okay.
to have a debate.
So do you know what we were talking about?
Well, I'm sorry.
But do you know what we were talking about?
He was talking about a priest Christian.
Sorry?
He was talking about a guy called Christian Prince.
Do you know him?
I don't know.
So the discussion is over.
No, what I'm saying is,
So let me summarize. So the summary is.
You've been avoiding me. I want to answer
Okay.
something
Yes.
concerning what you said. A Christian used the word whore to a Muslim lady.
Sorry?
I don't think he said he used the word a whore.
Let people go and do the research. Let people decide.
If
Go and look at the language. This person, whoever he's a person somewhere. He's a person, although he's hidden. Okay. And Christians amazingly celebrate him. I'm not saying all Christians, because we are not extremists. We don't put all people in one basket. Sorry. Apologize. So we don't believe all Christians agree with him, because there are decent Christians out there who follow the teachings of Christ as they see Christ, right? There are decent Christians out there, and we really cherish and appreciate those Christians. On the other hand, we have Christians who are a minority, who are very repulsive, very, very abhorrent in their behavior, and they have large following online. One of them is this individual called Christian Prince, who has used extremely disgusting language against Muslims, and he keeps calling them donkeys, dogs, whores, all sorts of words he has used online with impunity. And we do not see any global condemnation from the Christian evangelists. I'm talking about evangelists, I'm not talking about Christian masses, because we have seen many Christian individuals coming out condemning him. I am talking about evangelists. Where are these evangelists who have actually condemned him publicly, saying this is not Christian behavior, this man does not represent us, he has nothing to do with us, we disown him. He is some liar, some deceiver, some disingenuous individual who is just trying to make money out of people, selling books. When you read his book, you think it's written by a 5-year-old child or something. There are so many mistakes, grammatical errors. Someone who can't even speak English, and people are buying his books, right? So it is someone who is lying, cheating, deceiving people, and making money out of gullible Christians who are buying his books and trying to fund him, and he's just having a laugh at the expense. It is clear that this is not a decent person. How do we know that? from his language. Someone who is using that language cannot be decent. If a Muslim imam, if a Muslim dawah person was using that language, you would be doing the runs. You would go to Australia, to Canada, to the US, and then you would come back to Britain screaming, shouting, look at these dawah gandis, look at these dawah people, look at these people, the Muslim preachers, look at the language they're using. You would be doing that. And we have been criticized for saying a lot less than what this guy does. A lot less. And imagine someone representing your faith. You think your faith is beautiful?
My faith is beautiful, but
it's beautiful.
Allow me to speak a second before I go.
Yeah.
If Prince says all this dirty language, we don't accept dirty language.
Do you condemn it?
I condemn anyone speaking dirty language.
Have you watched this stuff?
I haven't watched, but I'll take an initiative.
Okay, then you don't know him, so don't worry about him.
Yeah,
you don't know him.
So I got to watch it, and then when I see you next time,
I am saying he has been challenged by. You know what he's been doing? He's been getting his trolls to challenge me, challenge someone, and we don't want to indulge with someone like that. Someone so disgusting, someone so repulsive. We want to debate respectful scholars who have some dignity, who have some honor. People like James White, people like William Lane Craig, people like Samuel Green. People. Of course, you're a civil guy. I would talk to you anytime, no problem. People like Samuel Green. We've had. It's not that we don't want to debate Christians. We debate Christians across the board, around the world. I've had debates in South Africa, I've had debates in Australia, I've had debates in the US, I've had debates here in the UK with Christian scholars, and you are aware of them, right? So why would we debate someone like that? So one of our brothers has come out, he said, I will debate you in public. Where are you? Show your face. Okay, don't show your face. You want to hide your face? Come in a mask. And in solidarity with you, I will also wear a mask, and I will debate you. This guy is nowhere to be seen. So this means this guy is a liar who is deceiving not only you, he's trying to deceive thousands of people out there, and he's trying to make money at your expense. It's all about money for him. And we don't know where he's spending this money. He seems to be a very corrupt person from his language. Go and listen to his language. You would not allow your children to watch his videos. You will not allow your children to watch his videos. If you really care about your children. If you really care about your children, how can someone like that go on for so long using that language in the name of Christianity, and Christian evangelists are missing? No one, and there were people defending him. There are people defending him. Unbelievable.
We never defend the message of the
You don't know
Bible.
about him. You don't know about him. Leave it. Leave it. You don't know about him.
The message of the Bible is love. God is love. God loves humankind. He sent his only begotten son. He died on our behalf. You, as a Muslim, you deny this truth. It makes you anti-Christian. It makes you anti-God.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Africa. I'm Eritrean.
What part of Africa?
I'm Eritrean.
Eritrea.
But that's not the point. The point of the gospel. The gospel is that God sent his son. The Bible clearly tells us that Jesus Christ died. And you as a Muslim, you deny his truth. And this, because you deny this truth, it makes you anti-Christ, anti-Christian, anti-God.
Let's have a conversation.
No. I just told you the truth.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Adnan. So,
are we having a discussion?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were. Yeah, you ready?
Okay, no problem.
So,
I have
so
10 minutes.
Okay, that's cool. That's enough. So you wanted to know who I am? So call me JR. JR. For Jesus Reigns, because that's going to be my channel, which I told you I'm about to put up. Okay. Now I noticed that you had a conversation.
How what are we going to discuss in 10 minutes?
Okay, I noticed. No, it wouldn't take. It probably wouldn't even take that long.
Okay.
I noticed that you had a discussion with Caleb, in which you were basically saying that Muhammad was the fulfillment of what was written in Deuteronomy about the
18:18. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You watched the discussion?
I watched it, and I noticed you missed. You know, there are a number of things that were not clearly brought out. So, so I'd like you to first of all summarize your view of that, and then I'll tell you what you missed out.
Okay. In Deuteronomy 18:18, clearly there was a prophet foretold. Okay, because we believe God was telling Moses that I will raise you up a prophet like unto you. okay, from them or from their relatives or from amongst them, whatever that means, okay? The word we discussed it in detail, the word qarib or qarib, okay? And later on, if you go and read the comments, people posted, Caleb was wrong. You know, when he was insisting on specific meanings of the word, people posted in the comment section the word and its meaning. It actually means relative. More than anything else, it means a relative, right? Okay. So I was right about that, by the way. Okay. So it was a prophecy about a prophet like Moses. So when we say a prophet like Moses, what does that mean? So when you look at prophetic qualities of Moses, not his human qualities, okay, his prophetic qualities, what were they? He was a ruler, he was a lawgiver, yes? Yes?
Yeah, I want to get my...
Okay, so show me a prophet like Moses other than Muhammad.
So it was a ruler and lawgiver. Okay,
a ruler of his people,
okay, good.
And he was a lawgiver.
Okay, good.
So as a prophet, he came with these...
No, you've had your time.
Yes,
yeah.
So I'm just,
Okay, so I'm going to pick you up on all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So all that you and Caleb were discussing was really a waste of time. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned the NIV. Now let me tell you something. The people who translated the NIV are people who had PhDs, who are professors.
I don't doubt that.
No, hold on, listen.
I'm agreeing with you.
No, let me talk. I don't need you to agree. Because the way you all were talking, and you, as if, because you were focusing on that word. And I'm trying to tell you that why you're wrong. Because the people who translated the NIV, which I've got here, professors in Semitic languages, you were talking about Semitic language, which you don't really know much about compared to them. Professors, people with PhDs from Harvard, from Cambridge, from Oxford University, professors, and several of them, they're the ones that translated the word or the phrase into what you read. You, with your Googling, you're not qualified. You and Caleb, you are not qualified. So that's the first point. And then in terms of what you were saying about the quality of this prophet, all you need to do is to go to the very end. I'll do that now. It won't take me long. I'll do that. Go to the very...
While you're going to the end, let me respond to
No.
You don't want me to respond?
No, I do, but you don't have much time and I need to...
No, you made a point. Let me respond and then you can come back to it. Very quick.
All right, okay, good.
Quick response. Okay. As for PhD doctors translating Bibles and different words translated in different ways by experts, and myself and Caleb are not experts, let me dismantle that argument.
Go for it.
If you read all the translations of the Bible, RSV, NRSV, we're gonna put King James Version aside because that was old. Okay, all the recent ones, every single one of them is different. Certain words have been translated differently by different experts, right? So if experts are all PhD doctors, why are they translating different words differently? And if they are translating them differently in different places at different times, that means there is scope to understand them differently. And if there is scope to understand them differently, we can go back to dictionaries. So long as we are within the scope, we are not going. We're not doing anything wrong.
You were. No.
So did you get my point?
No, you were.
Did you get my argument?
I understood your argument.
Yes.
And you need to go back to the video because you were specifically talking about the NIV. So what you said about other
you're wrong.
Stop.
Let me stop you there. You're wrong.
No, stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting.
But you're wrong.
But
we were not discussing the NIV.
Let me finish. You were. That's why I'm saying you should go back because he read the NIV and you said
it's a good translation, but it's theologically driven. That's what I said.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right.
Well, you know what that means?
No, hold on a second.
Do you know what that means?
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not going to be going all over the place.
But do you know what that means?
Can I finish my point?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
So, the people who translated is not a word who translated the sentence, the passage. Because anybody that speaks multiple languages, you know that you don't just look at the words, you look at the whole, and they're the ones I'm saying they are experts in the field. But you interrupted me. Let me before I went. No, hold on a second.
But you didn't even address my point.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
You keep saying that, but you.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, right.
Carry on. Go ahead.
So in terms of your description about who this prophet should be, that should be a lawgiver and other things, there's no need for that. If you go to the very end of Deuteronomy, it says, since then, no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, who did all those signs and wonders the Lord sent him to Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his officials and to his whole land. For no one has ever shown the mighty power or performed the awesome deeds that Moses did in the sight of all Israel. That is the qualification of Moses. So when the Jews, the people who are qualified to determine who this prophet is, it's not Muslims, it's not you, it's not me, it's the ancient Israelites, the people who are qualified to say this is the prophet that our book is speaking about.
Perfect.
Were the ancient Israelites, and they were the.
We agree.
We agree.
We agree.
That was the ancient Israelites.
Yeah.
And
we agree.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
so we agree that Moses is a prophet. So very quickly, so that we can get to the bottom of it. Moses as a prophet, he did miracles. He did wonderful things, just like you read, and you're saying this is the criteria God is talking about. I have no problem with that. Completely. If you want to use that standard,
yes,
someone who did wonders and miracles, if you want to use that standard, then Muhammad, peace be upon him, definitely fits into that standard as well. Let me explain. He did miracles. Prophet Muhammad did miracles, and a lot of the Christians are actually unaware of those miracles, right? What are those miracles? Okay, one of them, for example, was a miracle very similar to the miracle Moses did. You know, when he provided water from a rock. Yes? Yes? Prophet Muhammad was traveling with his companions, over 1,000 of them. They needed water for drinking and making ablution. He put his hand in a pot, in a little tiny pot, and water gushed out from his fingers. This miracle has been transmitted or has been reported by multiple companions, not one or two, multiple, who witnessed it with their own eyes. They said, we saw the Prophet of Allah doing this. He put his hand in a pot, water gushed out from between his fingers. Over 1,000 companions, they took water from that pot and they made ablution from it, and water was still gushing out. That's one of the miracles, and there are more. Because the time restraint, I can give you more, but this is one example. Just like Moses did with the Israelites, he provided water for them when water was scarce. So if anyone is like Moses, by characteristics, by qualities, by law giving, being a ruler, being a miracle doer, or being a leader of his people in a similar way like Moses was, no one else fits the description other than Muhammad in the entire history of humanity. I really have to go and pray. Thank you so much. We have to continue. We will continue. Thank you so much for being patient. Thank you. Okay. Where are the mic people? I have to go and pray. I'm going to come back and leave. Okay. Who's? Can you hold the mic? Sam. Okay.